So I'm sitting here getting ready, and I just have a few things on my brain that, we're just going to talk about. So, first off, I've stopped wearing makeup like that. And I know you'll probably be like, Alexis, that's counterintuitive. Woo, woo, woo. So what you're doing right now. But I stopped wearing makeup every day. And I realized a couple things. One, my skin flourishes when there's nothing on it, other than the things that help it thrive. And I realized that really postpartum, I wasn't wearing no makeup for real. Like, I would say the immediate, weeks after. But really, when I think the no makeup, I'm not gonna say no makeup because I still do wear makeup, but I think the lessened amount of makeup really stemmed from, I was tired of buying products. I was tired of trying to figure out my shade, or trying to figure out what would work, because companies were either getting rid of things or stopping certain products. It was a whole thing. I would call it a quarter life crisis, but it wasn't really a quarter life crisis. Anyways, just the everyday sheer need to put on makeup was no. And I'm not shaming those who love putting on makeup every day. I just know that I was trying to work out, take my vitamins, read my Bible, do all the things, and some things just had to give. And I realized that working in education or education in adjacent programs, that them folks don't need to see me all the time. And so I got really good at being okay with not wearing makeup. Because there was a point in time where I felt like I did have to wear makeup a lot. One, to cover blemishes and things, but also just to feel like my best self. And yes, some days I do look hit, not gonna lie. Be like, yikes, should have put on some makeup. And I think my eyebrows are a little too dark today. But anyways, I just realized in order to feel put together, I didn't always need to put on makeup. Now, what that also told me was either have my hair done or have braids, and then make sure I'm putting on actual clothes. And so that had been my push for I want to say 6 months. It was if you're not going to do makeup, you're going to put on clothes and make sure your hair is done. And I would say that I succeeded at that 80% of the time. But again, in the roles that I was in, every day was not a day where I was like, oh, we're going to put on makeup. Or, oh, we're going to always put on the best clothes. Why? I was working with kids. And I love my kids. But they were a lot. And your girl just was like, oop, that was almost in my eye. The girl was just like, we do not have time for this. So, I will say that I've gotten a lot better at, just showing up as the best I can. And also ensuring that, I try. I think post-kid and just even life transitions, finding your style is so underrated. People be like, oh yeah, I'm looking for my style. No. The girls aren't getting it. I'm literally looking for the style that screams Alexis. And it's been a bit of a struggle. So I started with color analysis. And I figured out I'm an autumn, which I always got the most compliments in warm colors. I always did feel a little washed in cooler colors. I just had black in my closet because, everybody tells you, make sure you have something black to wear. And I get it for certain things that require it. When we have sorority stuff, sometimes you gotta wear black or you gotta wear white. They don't care about your color tones in Greek life. But I realized oh wow, I really need to find my style, because it will elevate how I feel. It'll elevate like my everyday look. And I follow this influencer. Her name is Shay Nicole. She's in Houston, and she has this series called Elevated Casual. And while I was also on a no spending kick too, outside of like the necessities, I really like narrowed down my cart to say, oh yeah, like these are elevated casuals, or like these are my colors and these look best on me. I'm still trying to figure out like silhouettes, but I'm going to make an appointment at Nordstrom's because they have free stylists, and I found one that I'm locked in for life with. So I'm going to go to her and be like, hey, we need to figure out what silhouettes work best for me. I also am going to get measured in Nordstrom's because there are some things in life like I just feel like you need measurements for, and I need to know mine. So yeah, that's like, there's like no rhyme or reason to this conversation, but it's more so like a brain dump. Like, finding my style has been like a major thing, a major thing for me, because I just want the process of getting ready, or just even like going out. I want to feel comfortable. And when I say going out, I'm an introvert. I'm talking about going to my friend's house or going to the local Longhorn. But I just want to feel put together and it not be a whole chore. That's what I want. That's what we're aiming for. And I think so far so good. So I think that's the saying, so far so good. Yes, it is. So now we're just focused on, you know, silhouettes. I'm getting back in my basic face routine because, like, if you've ever learned how to do your makeup, some things like don't ever leave you, but sometimes you be tripping. Like the other day, your girl was big tripping. I was like, now I know what some of these brushes are for, but I had to get back in it and be like, yikes, like it's been a while. Like that brush was definitely used wrong. And I also, people don't think about this, go get a color match. Like people be like, oh, like, you know, my foundation from like 2 years ago is great. No, go get a color match. If you've been on vacation, go get a color match. And go to Sephora for it. Like, I have found that Sephora's, like, whatever the IQ thing is the best around. I've done the Ulta one where, like, you can do it in store. My issue is that sometimes the lighting, I feel like, doesn't really match. What I do like about the Sephora color match is that it like takes different points of your skin, and it can also tell you like if you're oily or not. I tell people, if you go in right when they first open with a clean face, like you can wipe your face off with micellar water or do your whole skincare routine. I do my whole skincare routine because your girl is, I just like stuff to be like clean base. So I do my entire skincare routine, and then I go in there and I get a color match. And I have found that the shades they recommended were best for me. Like they told me that I was a neutral warm undertone, which not really paying attention. I was like, how can you be neutral warm? Like I really do look better in warm colors, but sometimes, like, depending on if I'm tanned or not, like, I give more of a neutral vibe. So, it helped me because it helped me restock on, like, my foundation, my concealer, and I just feel more put together, like, when I'm putting on makeup. So, like, for instance, this is $3.90 from Fenty, and I have found that this shade is like butter on my skin. Like, it mixes. The first concealer I put on was the 390 Match or concealer from Fenty. And then I put a little Tarte over it because I feel like I looked a little sleep, so I needed a super light color. But I really just feel put together when I put on Fenty. And that's just me. It's like, I do like about Sephora, you can get different brands for a match. I know some people might be like, oh, well, Fenty's on the downgrade. Not for me in my house. Not for me at all. But that's just me, y'all. Just me. What am I looking for? Oh, my mascara was right here. I also did get a new mascara, and I got it in dark brown. I realized your girl needed a brown instead of a black when it came to mascara. Again, my hair is nowhere near black. Like, none of that hair on my skin, on my body, is black. It's all brown. Like, so my hair right now is colored copper red, but baby, them natural strands are brown, and they're sandy brown at that. So I realized, like, oh yeah, my black always looks really harsh on me, and that's because black is not in my color wheel, y'all. It is not. It should not be in my color palette. I said color wheel, color wheel. My color palette, like, I should be like a chocolate or an off black. Like, I shouldn't be pure blacks. I shouldn't be pure whites either. And that's why I said, like, learning my style, learning what works best for me has been amazing. Because I just feel so alive in the summertime. I don't think. What else have we learned recently? I also realized that lashes come in black. I wish people would have brown lashes, but that's just me, she, her. We're keeping it a lot of simple today because I also don't have any finishing powder. I'm trying to think. Work has been crazy, y'all. Out here being a whole adult is crazy. It's crazy. It's not like the end of the world, but having responsibilities, not gonna say I hate it, but sometimes I just be like, bro, why can't I just be a normal person? Like a normal person with, like, no care. That's really what it is. But I realize that's not my ministry, so I need to stop asking Jesus for stuff that's not my ministry. I'm supposed to be in the positions I'm in, and I one time prayed for this. I did. We're gonna keep it simple. Oh, we're gonna put on a little lash. I realized I prayed to be in these positions, so I need to quit whining about it and get it together. I also need to work on facial expressions. Jesus, deliver me. That's really where I'm at with that. Jesus, deliver me from my facial expressions. Because your girl, low-key, goes out bad when it comes to her face. And understanding that, I really try not to put myself in the position where I would embarrass myself. Where did my... I don't know where my tweezers went. I try not to put myself in the position where I know I'm going to have, like, the craziest expressions. But your girl got to work on her poker face. And that is why I don't play poker. When I know myself. So I be telling folks, like, look, I be trying to mind my business. I be trying to mind my business. Like, let me mind my business. But sometimes life doesn't work that way. So. It's also raining outside. Maybe not. I hope it's not. So, but work has been, ouch, work has been interesting, to say the least. Been very interesting, and it's busy season. So like education nonprofit, like people be like, oh, December is end of the year. Like I have a friend, she works in, I think Monica works in finance, maybe. But, or she works in accounting, I can't remember. But she's one of my business baes. They always talk about the end of the year being like December. And I'd be like, ugh, our end of the year is April, May, June. That's our quarter 4. And that's a hard quarter 4. Because it's nice outside. And you be having to be inside. It's not like horrible, but like people don't understand working in education or even nonprofits that deal with K through 12 or higher ed. It's a different world. Like, and I think career transitioners can attest to this. Like it is a relief when you're not like school based anymore. But it is a different world to get used to because you're so used to like, oh, we have spring break. Oh, we have midwinter break. Oh, we have fall break. Oh, we have 2 weeks for the Thanksgiving holiday. Or not 2 weeks. We have a week for the Thanksgiving holiday. Or we have 2 weeks for winter break. You don't get that in corporate. Now, granted, like the PTO is different. But if you was one of the teachers like I was, like my first 2 years, that was just like, I'm going to do all the prep when I have time. That means you're working in the summer. That means you're working in the summer. And that's not the most fun thing. And now me having a family, I just be like, like what we finna do in the summer? We finna relax. Well, I still gotta work, but the idea is we finna relax. Whew. Almost got it. I don't know where my tweezers went. I'm also, so I'm watching Royal Pains. I used to watch it when it was on USA, but they put all 8 seasons on Netflix. And I have currently been in a let's watch a series type thing. And we're currently watching Royal Pains. It doesn't get the same vibes as Grey's, but I stopped watching Grey's a long time ago. It doesn't get the same vibes. I need to check this again. But it's like cute, like if I lived in the Hamptons type vibe. Or if I was upper class. This is the life I'd be living. Don't know what we're gonna put on today. Don't know what we're gonna put on. We're not going like far. We're just going to chill. Gonna go get something to eat. But also gotta drop some packages off. I just don't want to be busted today. It's already raining. That pencil was by MAC. It is the chestnut one. And I'm about to use Fenty. Just their clear gloss.
So we say pack your knives and go, and she goes, but she forgets her knives.
Okay, so then we do Fenty. And this is just how I do my makeup, y'all. And then Earthling on NYX. Praline. This is like an OG. Praline is an OG. OG. Now I need to put some more bobby pins in my hair because I get my hair done Friday. to finish it off, we're going to use this Flawless by
Medically, he was right. Take care of the boy. I know that.
Charlotte Tilbury. Ooh, spray some in my eye.
The hospital board in Brooklyn knew that, but somebody had to take
Mm.
the fall. And you know who? Thanks. Is that what brought him to the Hamptons?
I also need to go buy some more earrings. Let's figure out what we're gonna put on.